morning, learners, once again. Now we are coming to look at another section of the construction of polygons. We have done about 4 methods. Now we are proceeding to the 5th method. Let's look at how the 5th method goes. You've been given, they say that you should construct a hexagon using the try and error method of a semicircle. So now, for example, construct a hexagon using the try and error semicircle method. Given the base to be equals to 30 millimeters. Assuming this method is being given to you, how do you construct it? Now, before you can construct any polygon of using this method, you should know the size of that polygon that you are constructing. Now, they say we should construct a hexagon, and hexagon has how many sides? Which is 6 sides. He's telling you that the polygon that you are coming to draw, make sure that it has 6 sides using the try and error semicircle method. We have the try and error method itself, and we have the try and error semicircle method. Now let's look at it. Now we are given as the base, which is tells you that the one side of the polygon is 30 millimeters. So the first thing you do is you draw your base line by measuring your base, which is 30 millimeters. From here, I can choose to name it X, Y, which is 30 millimeters. So from here, I'll stand on one side of the points to draw my semicircle. So I'll stood off S, then I open it to Y. Then I will draw my semicircle. From there, I will extend my base line. It tells you that when you extend it, you are going to get 2 times of it. Listen where the X is. Or someone can choose to, when the measurement is given, the base is given to it, the person will double it. Let's take it, the 30 millimeters, you make it 60 millimeters. Then you multiply by 2, which you get 60. From there, that's where you bisect that 60 into 2 to get its actual base measurement. Anyhow you go about it, you can still arrive at this point. As after getting your semicircle, you should look at the size of the polygon you are constructing. What is the size of the polygon you are constructing here is what? Hexagon, which is 6 sides. It means that you are going to make the full angle. The total angle of a semicircle is 180 degrees. If the total sum of a semicircle is 180 degrees, then means that to get to one angle of a hexagon, is equals to 180 degrees over 6. 180 degrees over 6. And this 180 degrees over 6 will give us how many? You can choose to use the calculator. If you are sharp in mathematics, you can choose to use the division form. You can choose to use the division form. Now, to get one side of the polygon, which is 180 degrees, divided by 6. 6 goes into 1 and goes into 180, 30 degrees, which is equal to what? 30 degrees. Means that one angle of the what? The interior angle of the hexagon will give us what? 30 degrees. Then you pick your protractor. And place it on the baseline. In between the baseline that you drew and the extension of the baseline. Then you measure one side of your angle. You are using the semicircle form. Means that you use the protractor. The protractor take the semicircle form. Then here you can see 0 is here. If here is 0, we have the 10. We have the 10, 20. Then we are going to mark it on the 30 point. After 30, it goes 60, 90, 120, 150, it ends. Someone can also choose marking only one. Then after that, you pick the one, then you mark it on the semicircle. Anyhow you go about it, you still arrive at the same point. For example, the person don't want to use the point so that it will make the work dirty. You will just measure only one. Then I've only measured one. Then I'll use my rule to mark it on the semicircle arc. Use the semicircle line. It means that I've gauged it, then I've marked it. Then now I can claim my point, which I located it on the drawing. And here become my 0. And here become my what? 1. From there, I can use my compass to measure the one that I just took to obtain the rests. And how do I go about it? I will place it from 0, then measure the 30 degrees, which is one side, which I obtain 1. Then I can use to get my what? 2. From 2, I can use to get my what? 3. From 3, I can use to get my what? 4. From 4, I can get my what? 5. And the last one will be what? The 6. which is telling you we have gotten our 6 sides, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, and what? 6. Because it's a semicircle method, you draw from the center. You will draw it from the center. We will draw it to pass to the number 2, the center of the semicircle to number 2. Then after that, after the number 2, we will draw it to pass to those numbers. Afterwards, then you measure the center. That's from the center to point 2. So let's say I've placed at point 2, I've measured to the center of the semicircle. I've taken the measurement, then I will stand on 2 to cut it on 3. Then I'll do the same thing, I'll stand on 3 extension, then I'll cut it on 4. Then I'll stand on 4, then I'll cut it on 5. Where the axe cuts the lines of the various numbers which is more than 2. You see that where they meet. I can here is X, Y, I can make here Z. The letter that comes W. Then U. U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And then that I will now join each side of it. In that U, V will join to, then V will join to, then U will join to Z. Then Z will be joined to mean that here we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have gotten our hexagon. The same method can be applied in all the rest of the polygon. If you say draw octagon, means that you are going to get the one angle of the octagon is 180 degrees over, octagon is 8 sides divided by 8. What you got, you use to get your angle. After that, you use your H pencil to deep out the actual polygon they told you to draw. And that is how you use the try and error semicircle method. Thank you. See you in another episode of the construction of polygon. Have